Your daily deodorant is quietly messing with your testosterone. That Gillette gel in your shower right now. $1.58 per ounce. Inside it, a gel base engineered to push aluminum compounds deeper into your skin than any stick format can. You have been applying it every single morning, probably for years. Nobody told you. The brand certainly did not. Today I am going through 5 of the most popular men's deodorant brands in America, breaking down what is actually inside each one and explaining exactly how several of those ingredients interact with your testosterone. Then I am handing you 3 clean alternatives, all at Walmart, Target, or CVS for under $15. Stay until the end. The number 1 on the problem list is not the most expensive brand here. It is the one sitting in medicine cabinets since the 90s. And the alternative that beats all 5? $9 at Target. That answer comes at the end. Ath problem list, 5 through 1. Number 5. Axe Body Spray. $4 to $5 per can at Walmart and CVS. You know the marketing. Bold, confident, masculine. What Axe actually sells is fragrance. The deodorant protection is an afterthought, and the formula proves it. The active compound is SD-alcohol 40B, denatured ethanol, the same base in hand sanitizer. Kills odor bacteria on contact. Fine. But right after it on the ingredient label comes one word: fragrance. And that single word is doing a lot of work the brand does not want to explain. Under U.S. cosmetic labeling law, the individual chemicals inside a fragrance blend are a trade secret. Brands are not required to disclose them. Independent laboratory data consistently shows that most commercial fragrance mixtures contain phthalates. Specifically, diethyl phthalate, DEP, as a fixative. Phthalates make scent cling to skin. The CDC classifies them as endocrine disruptors. A study using National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey data, more than 1,700 adult men, found that low molecular weight phthalates, exactly the type in cosmetic fragrances, were associated with measurably lower free testosterone levels. The mechanism is direct. Phthalates compete with androgen receptors, the same binding sites testosterone needs, and disrupt the signal your body uses to regulate hormone production. You are applying this to underarm skin that is thinner and more permeable than almost anywhere else on your body. Every morning. Momovation's EPA-certified lab flagged Axe for organic fluorine, a PFAS marker. Unilever has not responded publicly. Smart men read the label. This one does not give you enough to read. Number 4. Degree Men Antiperspirant. The best-selling men's antiperspirant in the United States. $4 to $6 at every Target, Walgreens, and Walmart in the country. The pitch: motion-activated, masculine, confidence under pressure. You have probably had a stick in your gym bag for years. Here is what has been in that stick. The active ingredient is aluminum zirconium tetrachlorohydrex GLI at 18.2% concentration. More aggressive than basic aluminum chlorohydrate. Engineered to form a deeper plug in the sweat duct. The aluminum ions react with mucopolysaccharides inside the canal, causing what researchers describe as a temporary collapse of the duct lining at a cellular level. That is not hydration. That is a blockade. A 2025 peer-reviewed paper in PMC, the NIH Open Access Journal System, reviewed the metalloestrogenic effect of aluminum compounds in antiperspirant users. Aluminum classified as a metalloestrogen, a metal ion that binds to estrogen receptors and mimics estrogen. Direct mechanism. Aluminum ions penetrate duct cells, trigger oxidative stress, interfere with hormonal signaling in surrounding tissue adjacent to your lymph nodes. The inactive ingredients add to it. Cyclopentasiloxane D5 silicone, flagged by the EU for endocrine activity concerns. BHT, butylated hydroxytoluene, restricted by the UK in April 2024 over cancer concerns. And fragrance, same undisclosed phthalate risk as Axe. Degree calls this confidence. The chemistry is a different story. Number 3. Old Spice Antiperspirant. $3 to $5 everywhere in America. The brand most men over 40 grew up watching their fathers use. Procter & Gamble acquired it in 1990, and it has been at the front of every Walgreens shelf since. That shelf presence is exactly why it makes this list. The active is aluminum zirconium tetrachlorohydrex GLI. Same compound as Degree. But the specific issue with Old Spice is parabens. EWG Skin Deep, and the Yucca Safety App rate most Old Spice antiperspirant products between 25 and 45 on a 100-point scale. The problem: methylprebin and ethylprebin in multiple formulations. Here is what that means for testosterone. Parabens inhibit the enzyme 5-alpha reductase. This enzyme converts testosterone into DHT, dihydrotestosterone, the potent androgenic form responsible for muscle maintenance, energy, and sexual function in men over 40. When propylparaben blocks 5-alpha reductase, even at the low concentrations detected in lab studies, it impairs the conversion of testosterone into its most bioavailable form. You are not losing testosterone. You are losing your body's ability to use it. P&G has reformulated some lines. The antiperspirant lineup at the front of every Walgreens shelf still carries the legacy formula. No BS. Check the label. Number 2. Dove Men Plus Care Antiperspirant. $5 to $8 at Target and Walgreens. The pitch is care. Skin comfort, moisturization, a brand that takes men's skin seriously. A lot of men over 40 trust this one because the marketing sounds responsible. That trust is doing a lot of heavy lifting. The extra fresh deodorant formula contains propylene glycol in the inactive ingredients. Propylene glycol is a penetration enhancer. It increases the permeability of the outer skin layer, allowing other compounds to absorb more deeply. In a product that also contains undisclosed synthetic fragrance carrying phthalates, a penetration enhancer is not neutral. It is actively driving the chemical payload further into your tissue with every application. Dove Men Plus Care has generated 2 class action lawsuits since 2021. The first alleged the stain defense antiperspirant caused the exact staining it marketed against because of its own aluminum content. The second, filed January 2026, alleged Dove falsely labeled products as alcohol-free when they contained benzyl alcohol, a known skin sensitizer. Ethoxylated ingredients in spray formulas carry 1,4-dioxane contamination risk, a probable human carcinogen that arrives as a manufacturing byproduct, not listed on the label because the company did not add it intentionally. You have been played by a brand that called itself the caring choice. Number 1. Gillette Clear Gel Antiperspirant. The number 1 selling men's clear gel deodorant in the United States. At every Walmart, Target, and CVS in the country. $1.58 per ounce. It looks like a deal. It is not. The active is aluminum zirconium tetrachlorohydrex GLI, but suspended in a cyclopentasiloxane dominant gel base. A gel does not sit on the skin surface the way a wax stick does. It absorbs. The aluminum compound has a longer, more intimate contact window with the dermal layer than any other format on this list. More contact time. Deeper penetration. Higher cumulative aluminum exposure. That is the number 1 problem. The fragrance system lists 11 individually named allergens in the NCI declaration. Geraniol, limonene, linalool, citral, eugenol, isoeugenol, coumarin, hexylcinnamol, benzyl alcohol, citronellol, alpha-isomethylionone. Brands only list individual fragrance chemicals when they exceed EU concentration thresholds. 11 compounds crossing that line tells you exactly how dense the synthetic fragrance chemistry is. Limonene and linalool are EU classified sensitizers. They trigger immune responses that compound with repeated exposure. BHT present. D5 silicone present. For a man over 40 already experiencing natural androgen decline, this is the most chemically aggressive daily habit on this list. Gillette markets it as freshness. Smart men know what the label actually says. A te alternatives. 3 through 1. Here is what actually works. All 3 are on the same shelf as everything you just heard about. Alternative 3. Every Man Jack aluminum-free deodorant. $6 to $7 at Walmart and Target for a 3-ounce stick. B Corp certified. No aluminum, no parabens, no dyes. Fragrance from essential oils. Every compound traceable to a plant. The odor chemistry uses sodium bicarbonate, which raises underarm skin pH above the threshold, where Corynebacterium species can metabolize apocrine sweat into the thioalcohol compounds that cause body odor. Proven bacteriostatic chemistry. No hormonal interference. What it costs per ounce? $2. What the chemical load in the first 5 products costs your endocrine system. You have just seen that math. Alternative 2. Native deodorant for men. $12 to $14 at Target, CVS, and Walgreens for a 2.65-ounce stick. Acquired by Procter & Gamble in 2017. Same parent as Old Spice and Gillette. Critical difference. P&G kept the formula intact. No aluminum, no parabens, no BHT. The active chemistry is magnesium hydroxide. It creates a mildly alkaline environment that selectively disrupts odor-producing bacteria without blocking sweat ducts. EWG rates at a 1 on a 10-point hazard scale. For men over 40 whose skin has thinned, magnesium hydroxide is clinically more appropriate than baking soda. The science is clear. Same conglomerate, completely different chemistry. Alternative 1. Schmidt's Naturals Men's Deodorant. $9 to $11 at Target and Walmart for a 2.65-ounce stick. Acquired by Unilever in 2017. Same parent as Dove and Axe. Unlike Dove, Unilever kept Schmidt's original formula completely intact. Verified. No aluminum salts, no parabens, no phthalates, no talc, no BHT, no cyclopentasiloxane. Schmidt's Men's is everything the first 5 products on this list are not. The odor chemistry combines magnesium hydroxide with arrowroot powder. Moisture absorption without blocking sweat ducts. The antimicrobial action comes from cedarwood and juniper essential oils, which contain terpene compounds. Alpha-cedrine, thujapsine, sabanane, that demonstrate bacteriostatic activity against Corynebacterium and Staphylococcus epidermidis in published in vitro studies. Every scent compound traces to a plant. EWG rates the formula at a 1. Dermatologist tested. No skin sensitization findings. At $10 versus the $6 degree stick at Walmart, you are spending $4 extra per unit. A stick lasts 60 to 90 days. That is 40 to 60 cents more per month to remove aluminum zirconium tetrachlorohydrex, phthalate-dense fragrance, BHT, D5 silicone, and parabens from your daily hormonal environment. Smart men know that math. Now you do too. Closing. Here is the pattern. The brands with the most shelf space, Gillette, Dove, Old Spice, Degree, are delivering the most complex chemical payloads into your endocrine system every morning, not malice. Formula inertia, regulatory permissiveness around the word fragrance, and the profit economics of aluminum-based antiperspirant technology. They have been running the same play on men over 40 for decades. The science is not saying these products will definitely harm you. The science is saying that low-dose, chronic daily exposure to metalloestrogens, phthalate-based androgen receptor competitors, and paraben-based 5-alpha reductase inhibitors is a hormonal variable you were never told you were loading into your body every morning. That variable has measurable mechanisms. The solution is on the same shelf for $10. You are not the problem here. The industry is. Now you have the information to make a different call. Hit the like button if this changed how you read an ingredient label. Subscribe to The Handsome Theory. Next week I am exposing the most overhyped category in men's moisturizers and the $7 alternative that outperforms every product in it. See you then.